Welcome back to Learn with Chris. I'm Chris. Today we're going to continue with our phrasal verbs. We're on the letter R, and the verb today will be run, R-U-N. There's a lot of phrasal verbs with run. I've picked 16 to look at, but actually there's more than 16, but I think 16 is still going to be a lot. And it's going to be a little bit of a long video, so we should get started. Starting with the first one, run across or run into, and they mean the same thing. When you run across someone or run into someone, you accidentally meet them. So you weren't planning to meet them, but you just see them by accident. You run into someone. Example, you won't believe it, I ran across Helen at the supermarket today, or I ran into Helen at the supermarket today. So that's just an accident. You didn't mean to meet her. You just were at the supermarket and she was at the supermarket and you saw her. So to accidentally meet someone, run across or run into. Number 2, run along. Run along is when you go away or you leave, but it's usually a command, as in someone tells you to run along. They're telling you to go away, basically. Example. The kids were being annoying, so I told them to run along. So I told the kids to leave because they were being annoying. So to run along is to leave, to go away, but it's usually a command. Someone tells you to do it. Number 3, run around. When you're running around, you have a lot of things to do. You're very, very busy. So you're going all over the place, doing different things. You're running around. So it means to be very busy doing different things. Example, I haven't had a break at all. I've been running around all day. So you've just been busy doing things. You've been running around. Number 4, run away. Run away has 2 meanings. One is to literally run away, as in to escape from something. And the other, kind of the same, but in this, it has a very specific meaning. You run away from home. This is when teenagers might run away from home because they have problems with the family. So run away means to escape, literally run away, and the other meaning is to leave home because of family problems. Examples. A, the thugs ran away when they heard the police coming. B, Jackie ran away from home when she was 15 because of abuse. So the first example, the thugs, the bad guys, they ran away when they heard the police. So they literally ran away. And the other example is Jackie left her home when she was young because of family problems. She ran away from home. So it's usually used for teenagers to run away. I'm not sure we would use it with adults. I don't think we would use it for that. We'd just say go or leave. We wouldn't say go run away. Number 5, run something by, usually someone. You're going to tell somebody your ideas because you want to get some advice from them. So you're going to run your ideas by them. So example, do you have a minute? I want to run some ideas by you. That means I want to tell you my ideas. I want your comment. I want your advice. So I want to run them by you, or I have something to run by you. That means I want to tell you. Number 6, run down has 2 meanings. The first is to hit someone with your car. And the second is usually with like technology, like a battery, it would run down. It would lose power, lose energy. We could use it for people too. People can feel run down, that they feel out of energy. So we could use it for people as well. So examples, A, crazy driver ran down 2 people downtown yesterday. And B, you should only recharge your battery when it has fully run down. So the first example is crazy driver downtown hit 2 people with their car. So they ran down 2 people. And the second example is your phone battery, for example. You should only charge it once it's run down completely. So wait for the battery to be basically empty, then you recharge it. Number 7, run for. This is a very specific meaning, and it's when you're campaigning for a position, generally related to elections and politicians. So you want to become elected and into a position. You are running for office, is what we usually say. Example, both Trump and Harris are running for the presidency of the United States. So they're campaigning for the position to become the United States president. So to run for, to campaign for political position. Number 8, run off with. That means stealing something. You're going to run off with somebody's possessions. You're going to steal them. Example, it's unbelievable. Somebody ran off with my shoes at the temple. Okay, so I have to explain this one. Here in Thailand, when you go to the Buddhist temples, you have to take off your shoes. You can't go inside with your shoes on. So you take off your shoes and there's little places where you can leave your shoes. And every time I do this, I'm not sure when I come back out if my shoes will still be there or not. So this is an example of somebody stealing my shoes. They ran off with my shoes. It hasn't actually happened, but it is a possibility, of course. Number 9, run on. Run on means to be powered by. So what does your car run on? You know, and that's usually we use it for cars, maybe some other examples. But what powers it? What does it run on? Example, the new hybrid car runs on both electricity and gasoline. So the new hybrid car is powered by electricity and gasoline. Obviously, that's what hybrid means. 2 options, right? Number 10, run out of. That's when you have none left. You've run out of food, for example. You run out of oxygen and you die. You run out of something. You have none left. Example, can you go to the store? We have run out of eggs. So we have no eggs left. So can you go to the store? So you ran out of eggs. Number 11, run over. This is 2 meanings. The first one is to explain something to somebody. You're going to run over the details of the information again. And the one is when you run out of time. You ran over. Like if you have like a time limit to a meeting or something, the meeting ran over. That means it exceeded the time limit that it had. A, I didn't quite understand that. Could you run over that point again? And B, everyone was annoyed because the meeting ran over by an hour. So the first one, you tell somebody something, they didn't understand you. Could you run over that again? Tell me again, to explain it to me again. And the second example is the meeting ran over by an hour. That means it exceeded the time limit of the meeting. Maybe the meeting was supposed to be 1 hour. It ended up being 2 hours. So it ran over by an hour. It was extra time, right? Exceed time limit. Number 12, run someone through. This is a quite specific meaning. It actually means to take like a sharp object, like a sword or a knife, and you literally run it through the body of somebody. It's to kill somebody with a sword, generally. It's to stab somebody with a sharp weapon. Example, the knight ran through his opponent, or sorry, the knight ran his opponent through with a quick thrust of his sword. Very specific. This is something that we obviously don't do very regularly, but that's what it means, to run someone through. It's to stab them, but you have to go, I don't think you have to go literally through their body, but you definitely have to go into their body. It's not like a little cut. That's not to run through. It actually has to enter the body of the person, which generally will kill them, of course. 13, run to. When you run to someone, you go to them for help. You're running to them to get help. Example, Paul always runs to his parents whenever he gets into trouble. So he goes to his parents for help. So he's running to them. 14, run up. When you run up, you move up to somebody. You move quickly to where somebody is. And you can also run up bills, like on your credit card. So you're going to spend a lot of money on your credit card. So that's to run up a bill. So examples. A, Bob ran up next to me, yelled, and scared the crap out of me. And B, Japan was a very expensive holiday for us. We ran up a lot of bills on our credit card. So the first example is, I'm walking and Bob's behind me and he kind of quietly runs up to me. So he comes up to where I am and then he yells and scares me, right? And the second example, of course, is you run up bills on your credit card. So when you're spending a lot of money, you're running up a bill. Number 15, run up against. This is when you're going to have problems, encounter problems when you're doing something. You're going to run up against problems, basically. Example, surprisingly, Harry ran up against a lot of opposition when he tried to run for the city council. So run for, so actually a double run there. So he encountered a lot of problems, a lot of opposition to his election bid to become a member of the city council. So he encountered problems. So he ran up against opposition, against problems. And the last one, run with. This is when you hang out with bad people or you keep bad company or your friends are not good. Example, it's important that your teenage sons don't run with bad friends. So kind of like a gang, you're running with people, you're running with bad friends. It means to keep company with somebody, but I think it's always bad. We wouldn't use it in a positive way. So you run with bad friends, basically. Okay, that's it. That's 16 run phrasal verbs. Let me read them again. Run across or run into, run along, run around, run away, run something by, run down, run for, run off with, run on, run out of, run over, run someone through, run to, run up against, and run with. Okay, so it's probably the longest phrasal verb video that I've done because there were 16. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, of course, or the next video, of course, will be S, and probably a lot for that one as well. So thank you for listening. Have a good day. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in another video.